Wonderful. Thank you so much, Vivian. And if we could now bring up Dr. John LaPuma, if you could unmute yourself and you can begin next. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Sitting at classroom desks in Boston last October seems, in retrospect, almost reckless. No masks, no distancing, lots of hugs and handshakes, and why not? We finally got to meet and begin to forge the bonds that bring us here now. We began to build a culture of caring and perpetual learning with one another, and that caring and learning are what have continued to this day, our graduation. How can we, classmates and friends, passionate about health and media, use this crazy time to best effect? Here are 3 sobering things I know which have been brought home to me in the last 9 months and which we are well prepared to take on. One thing I know, human beings are all interdependent on each other's health. If one of us is at risk for illness, obesity, just like infection, reactive airway disease, just like food insecurity, we are all at risk. Your own self-care, especially if you're a clinician, has never been so important as it is now. One other thing I know, people of color, people who are immigrants, people who are poor, people who are LGBTQ, people who are in prison, are all at great disadvantage in healthcare, even when the current healthcare system tries to fix that disadvantage. But telling more of their stories in more detail is a noble, important, worthwhile effort that can help. One last thing I know, the world will drown you out and not answer your call, tweet, email, or text. There is so much noise in media that even with good stories, good lighting, and a good agent, you often can't get heard. So can you fix this? Yes, you can. But sometimes you have to reframe and pivot. You have to get still and then listen. How you do that is up to you, whether a meditation app like Headspace or Calm, whether forest bathing in a pine grove, hiking on a trail, or just wearing sound blocking headphones while you type. Sometimes it's only then that you hear how to act or say your truth so that it is finally heard and received. If we're going to get through these pandemic times with our sanity intact, we have to keep the bonds that we've begun to forge and the culture of caring and the perpetual learning. I know we could do it because over these many months, I've seen exactly who you are in Boston, on WhatsApp, on CNN, on cable access, on YouTube, on Spotify, on Twitter, and TikTok, and Instagram, and USA Today, and HuffPo, the Wall Street Journal, and on Canvas. I've seen your creativity, your talent, your empathy, your engagement, your passion, your vision, your purpose. I've seen you speaking out about your families, your patients, and yourselves. I've seen you giving to others and putting their needs first before your own needs. That's powerful. We are all privileged, and that is a blessing. Let's own that blessing. Don't think that because your voice, your video, your podcast is just yours, that it's not worthwhile finding your own audience. It is worthwhile. The world is waiting to hear from us, and we have something to say. Keep exploring to find out the best way to offer your voice so that it is actually heard and shared. And get comfortable with being uncomfortable and taking worthwhile risks. Your stories and your ideas for what healthcare could be truly matter. Today, we are lucky to celebrate graduation. And for me, the goal has always been looking outside the boundaries of allopathic medicine to see what needs to have a voice inside: food, ethics, nature. Whatever your mission, find it out, write it down, and use it to create more fairness, more kindness, and more happiness in the world. Thanks so much, and congratulations to everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, John. We really appreciate your words.
Thank
We
you.
will now move into the graduation ceremony.